I never believed in the supernatural. Not ever. I go to church though, but there's something about the human brain that blows my mind. A certain complexity that will not only take a lifetime to study, it will take forever to understand. In a world with more than 7 billion brains, day-to-day creating problems, some solving them, only about 15% of them fully reach a fraction of their full potentials. What went wrong? As much as I would, I'd love to say, this isn't just one of those stories, but all the same, it will blow your mind.
Hello, Rahmat.
Hi, Doctor.
I've been expecting you, but it sure took you a little longer this time to get here today.
5 minutes and 38 seconds should really count as late, Doctor. I decided to take a walk. It helps me calm down. And I'm sure you don't want an irate patient on a night day like this.
Oh, most definitely not. Come here. Let's have a seat. So, shall we begin?
You're videotaping me today. Why?
The thing is, there are a couple of things that I don't want to miss out. You recall that our last 2 sessions, they weren't particularly needful.
Don't worry, I won't be using any of those play words and tantrums today. I promise.
You see, Ayamide, the whole aim of this is for you not to have it all bottled inside. Because in the end, you'd have to let it go. Take a deep breath and you just let it go. How do you feel now? Alright then. So, shall we begin now?
Okay.
Fade away to the wicked world we live, and I become the dark of you. Say a prayer for the wounded heart within, as I become the dark of
first time it happened. It felt like a perfect story fit for the screen.
Her body has been taken to Chiromo Funeral Home.
Serves you right, Professor Idea Thief.
So you saw in your dream that this tall, dark figure bludgeoned this professor to death. And then in real life, the wounds were similar to the multiple blows on the head?
Yeah. But it doesn't sound strange to me anymore, so.
Alright, fine then. You know what? Let's forget this strangeness and the death for a second. I want to know more about you. Tell me more about yourself.
Really? This shouldn't be the first time he's asking me that. What changed? Okay, what do you want to know?
Everything.
An Aboki dozed off while driving a truck and killed my parents when I was 5. I've been moving from one aunt and uncle to another, from Abuja to Jos to Port Harcourt, and finally, here. Uncle Johnson has been like a father to me ever since. He's done his best to fill the vacuum my parent left. Everyone left. Some people tried. Uncle Johnson kinda did it. Did it best.
He schooled me, groomed me, and gave me the mentality to excel. He always said people don't like what they don't understand. People hate who they don't understand. And yes, I really never had friends when I was in school. I guess nobody understood me. And who likes a smart ass? But I never really cared. As long as I made my mark in school, I am okay. As long as I make my mark in the world, I'll be fine.
But something went wrong along the line. What was it?
Everything. My research was for a revolution in alternative energy. And I was not ready to let that go down. If not for them, I would have been on my own by now. I should have been able to solve some power issues in this country and make Africa rely solely on my alternative power plants. Those fools.
Mama, just calm down, okay? Okay? Take a deep breath. Okay. Listen now, Rahmat. I need you to understand that these are just little problems, small bumps on our way to success. Now, our perception plays a very important role on how we're able to deal with these problems.
Of course, I don't need to be a psychologist to know that. That was why I continued my research at home. But frustration and pains kicked in. Everything we were taught in school were bullshit. Everything.
How do you mean?
Okay, listen. Electrolytes in an atomic level have the ability to be supercharged and boosted to the point that it is 10 times its normal charge. So now, multiply this by 1000 joules. And you can power a car with 2 Duracell's batteries or thereabout. Then with this charge, you just need to get a booster and everything becomes energy. Electrical energy. in English. I was able to convert and boost energy from anything to power heavy or big devices.
I don't see how any of that is a problem.
Everything we were taught in school, from engineering math to advanced calculus, was bullshit. Nothing came in handy when I was building up my amplitude formula. It didn't just only slow down the process. What if I was going back to Stone Age?
I still don't see how any of this is a problem.
Don't you see? My research wasn't just slowed down by inadequate knowledge or insufficient funds. It died.
You have to stop this, EY. This is taking a great toll on us, and you know this.
But Uncle Jay, it's been 1.5 years since the strike. I need this project. It's my life's work.
Can't it wait? Can't you just wait till your school resumes? You could try it in your lab or somewhere.
Even if our school's lab got nothing encouraging, just a bunch of old juice tubes and insistent power.
But it's a more conducive environment to try this. This is not good for us. It is not in any way at all. If you have done this there, no one will have to bear this cost. No one, not even me.
That's right. But considering the archaic technology in play, it will take years to complete it.
Like I said, if it is done there, no one will have to bear the costs. No one. Now you listen to me, AY. You're a great kid. If your parents were still alive, they would advise you to take things slow. Please.
Bringing my parents into play was a cruel thing to do. The only thing I remembered from my father were the words, "Find something worth your while, Rahmat. Grow a passion for it, nurture it, and see it through." I found it. But like all the good things in my life, it left. I was forced to let go of the only thing that felt real to me. A great reality that is of my own making. And like every other thing life's brought my way, that seemed like mirages. That was when I knew pain isn't just a feeling. It's a second skin.
Wow. Years of research and countless scientific findings. And you just threw it all away. All for what? Because you thought it was taking a toll on your uncle's finances?
I didn't think. I saw it and I was scared. He's the only one that measured up to a father figure. It was either him or my research. I had to choose. And I did.
Rahmat, do you know what I think? I think that your circumstances in life, they have made you very comfortable with loss, regret and pain. And that is because you do not have anyone to share it with. So it has become a part of you that has come to stay and giving no room for any new experiences or anything that could possibly make you happy. Now, even when it has the capacity to make you happy, somehow your thoughts, your slightest doubt just makes you throw it away because you think it's going to bring you pain. Forgetting that sometimes pain is the precursor to untold greatness. So, tell me, how did you feel the weeks that followed? see that everything changed for the better then?
No! It didn't. It didn't. Just like always, the joy was temporary.
Hello, Pumpkin. I'm home. Pumpkin?
That's Jane. That's Jane. We went to the same school about a year. And their father took her abroad immediately the strike started. We used to top our class. But she always came after me. Even in term papers and personal projects. No one believed in our project, so we spent most of our times together. And she left. She left without saying anything. She just left. She did not tell me. She left and now... No. Is it because our father is a politician? They seem to have everything. The same set of people that shut down our school.
Hey. Please, just calm down. Just relax. Hey, come on, calm down. See, listen, she seems to have, whatever she wants right now because she can have it. But that's not the end of the world. There's room for the overtaking, you know that. Your time is gonna come. But don't worry. There is room for overtaking. Do you understand me? Don't worry, your time will come. I believe that.
Uncle.
Yes, darling.
Please, Uncle. Can I start my research all over again? Even if I don't have to go back to school, let me just start. Please, Uncle.
I told you we have settled that matter.
Please, I don't have to go back to school. He said nothing. It was like a previous scenario playing all over again in 3D.
But all these are not enough reason for you to bring yourself to have sessions with me.
Of course not. People always say go to a shrink whenever you feel insanity is stepping in or whenever you want to remember a previous event from your old life. Or worse, midlife crisis.
Listen, Rahmat, I can assure you that I have been practicing for over 7 years. And none of my patients have ever gone down with any of these cases you mentioned.
That means you're doing your job well. You see? I'm right.
Alright. Let's say you're right. Are you implying this for yourself? I mean...
I know what you mean. My head is in a perfect condition. Maybe an over perfect condition is the reason why I'm here now.
Alright. Why don't you explain this over perfect condition in a few sentences?
Sentences. How about a few events?
The first time it happened, it felt like a perfect story fit for the screen. No one knew what it would cost, so I decided to write it down.
You knew this man, didn't you?
Yes. I worked on a paper when I was in school. The paper was on how seismic undertones the Earth's crust and its adverse effect on mining and oil prospecting. It was an abstract and far-fetched topic. This professor frustrated the idea out of me. And he said I can go and study English if I wanted to be a science fiction author.
Wow.
He failed me. His course was the one I ever had an F in. I was so pained. Then, a few weeks afterwards, the department organized a little get-together for this same professor to honor and award in international science community. The projects he worked on were the exact same theories I postulated in my term paper. And he went further to add that the seismic undertones can be magnified and weaponized, thereby causing catastrophic damage to any desired target.
Wow.
He stole my work and failed me. And you know what said I went to confront him? He said in Yoruba that ṣọmọ age mi ni. Nǹkan tí àgbàlagbà fi ń jẹ àgbà ní láti yan ọmọdé jẹ.
Rahmat, would we say that you killed this man? Rahmat, look at me. Did you?
I don't know.
Sorry?
I don't know!
These are gruesome deaths. And you actually saw them in your dream a day before they happened in real life.
Yes. Wait. Is that why he thinks I killed him? Was that why he thinks I did it? Like I'm some sort of a witch or something?
Rahmat, there are no things as witches, okay? These are just scary stories that were being fabricated and passed down from generation to generation in respect to the supernatural.
So you mean all those women executed by the Catholic Church in Asia and Europe in the Middle Ages, they all died for nothing? Or when the Bible said, suffer not the witch to live?
It seems you have all your facts right. So let me ask you a question. Rahmat, are you a witch? Because you seem to exhibit all the traits of one, if you ask me.
Remorselessness, ability to convert thoughts into reality.
And the power to create anything, life and death.
All I know is that those people deserve to die. Or even worse.
Worse than death? Is there anything that is worse than death? Rahmat? And from all what you're saying, these people, you seem to find them responsible for your current situation. Why is that? Oh, please, just calm down, Rahmat. Calm down.
I can't believe you can't say it, doctor.
All those men, those people, they are responsible for everything. Don't you see it? Okay. Let me borrow this.
Rahmat, what do you think you're doing?
Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Okay.
8 months of what? And you got out into school now. So what?
This is not just about me. This is not just about me. There are so many of me out there. Struggling for voice. Struggling to go back to school. Struggling. And you sit here and telling me they are not responsible. No. You're responsible for all of us.
Rahmat, you're right. It's a failed government. And it's evident in the way they treated your school, the way they treat millions of people out there. But these are men too. And they have families. Do you think they deserve to die? These are the policymakers who have caused you and millions of people out there so much pain. But let's not talk about them now. Let's talk about your uncle. Does he deserve to die? Because he's the real reason we're having this session now. Rahmat, as I speak to you now, there's a federal agent waiting out there, waiting patiently to know exactly what you are. Talk less of someone who you love so much that is lying lifelessly at the hospital.
I didn't mean to kill him, doctor.
Well, the good thing is that he's not dead. But it's all in your hands now. I mean, those other people, they probably deserved it because they are the reasons they were the ones who reshaped your life negatively. And that's probably the reason you were privy to their deaths for some unknown reason. But Rahmat, this is your uncle we are talking about. Your uncle!
He duped me.
He what?
He never loved or cared for me. All he wanted was the money.
What money?
Don't worry, my dear. See, by next year she will turn 25. Then all the money from her parents will now turn from demo version to full version. Then we dump her and take out the money. Hold on, I think I heard something. What's the meaning of this, why?
I heard everything.
You heard it? What did you hear?
I thought your wife died during the rescue mission in the northeast. Who is that bitch?
Mind your dog, I am in Rahmat Johnson.
Since when have you been planning this? You never really cared about me. All you wanted was my parents' money. People said I don't have access to my parents' money and I have to make my own mark because I was left with nothing. So what is this money you're talking about?
There's no money. Everything is gone. There's no money.
Is that why you want to kill me and dispose of my body when I'm 25? Is that why you never supported my research?
What is this? These are actually drawings and writings. The incidents that happened 2 days ago. And you told me they were meant drawings. What is this, AY?
Stop asking me questions and tell me what I need to know.
As if an unseen hand flipped the car from the side. His car flips, somersaulting not less than 7 times. The man flying out of his car onto the cold hard asphalt. When the flipping car actually stopped, it landed on the fat belly, now blooded man. He whisked under the weight of the car and died. This is the exact way the governor was described. Dead. Who are you? What are you? I need answers, AY!
Stop turning the table around. This doesn't concern you.
AY, come here.
Leave me alone.
Good child, come here.
Leave me alone.
Come here.
Leave me alone.
Fine, come here. Come here, little one. Don't harm you. Come here.
That doesn't explain the reason why he's lying down in the hospital right now.
Of course not, sir. But I have nothing to do with the events that followed.
find AY.
Who's AY?
Okay, where AY dey?
I don't know AY.
You don't know who AY be again?
I don't know him.
You don't know me?
Who you be? I don't know you.
Ah, really? Hey. Ah. Okay, no, na plan be that, Abi.
I say I don't know him.
Oh, there you are. And I've been calling you for the past 3 days and you don't want to pick my call. So this is where you've been hiding. What if something happened to you? How would I have known?
Like you care. Well, it's not my birthday yet. You can actually still pretend like you care.
Shut up, AY! When I talk, you don't talk. Do you even have any idea how it is to live below your standard? You have no idea. I begged your father to give me a financial boost. But what did he do? He didn't even care about me. All he was caring about was his family, as if I'm not part of his family. Now he's dead, I'm stuck with you. And you tell me, do you have any idea how it is to train a little girl in this hard economy? You have no idea. Everything is difficult. And now, He expects me to care about the only thing that he cares about, which is you. How do you expect me to do that? How?
I know everything, Uncle Jay. I know your story. I know how my father took you in when your mother died, and your father didn't care about you both. I know he saw you through school. You even schooled abroad. But your wayward lifestyle got the best out of you, and you were rusticated a lot of times. I know he never gave up on you. He even made sure you got a job in Nigerian Federal Civil Service. Why? Why? Uncle Jay, why? What did I ever do? What did I ever do to deserve such betrayal?
Now listen to me, AY. I don't care. If I have to carry you, if I have to tie you, if I have to bag you, you are going home with me. I need that money and I don't care.
Doctors, they said the impact of the collision was like 100 pounds was smashed on his chest.
It was an accident, doctor. I had absolutely nothing to do with it.
That's where you're wrong. You had everything to do with it. Your uncle and everyone in this story. Rahmat, I assure you that it had everything to do with you.
This is a theory, right?
It is. It's not like you're in any kind of trouble. Although I know you've been used to being in trouble most times of your life. But what I mean to say now is that you're not going to be locked up because there's not enough evidence to prove that you actually killed anybody. But Rahmat, I need you to do me a favor. Something that will make all this go away. I need you to forgive yourself. I'm not saying you should forgive your parents, your uncle, your friends, the society. No. But you. And don't blame yourself for your parents' death. It had nothing to do with you. Neither are you marked with a terrible mark as you suppose that you have. And as for your uncle, although he might be in coma, he can still hear you. Talk to him and tell him that you have forgiven him. Listen, Rahmat, this is the way it works. Like I told you before, you have filled your heart with so much pain and regret. But all you have to do now is to let it go. Just let go of everything. Only then would you have true power and true control over everyone and everything. You should try it, and you'll see it works.
But how? It still hurts. Everything. The pain.
Listen, Rahmat. You are an exceptionally gifted child. You're powerful, although strange, but creative beyond no small measure. See, all you have to do is you need to create a little space for yourself, a space in your mind. You create that little space and then you focus on that space. You focus on that space, you let it expand. Let it go free and expand the freedom. Forget about the betrayals. Forget the sadness. Forget the denials. And then, my dear, only then will you reach your full potential. Okay? Oh, it's okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
So, what do you think we're dealing with here? Do you think it's a spiritual case or an orchestration on a larger scale?
Forget the medical and psychological charade, Agent. I'm a minister of God too. Now you see that girl?
Yeah.
She doesn't have any foul spirit in her. Neither is it that she's associated with any rebellious or terrorist group. No. The thing is, she's exceptionally gifted. Even more than I could ever imagine. Agent, have you ever heard of the term magical thinking?
Magical thinking? Is that even a thing?
Well, I'm afraid so. You see, our thoughts have weight. They're like vibrations that resonate from us. And they are capable of making and unmaking anything. Now, out of the over 5 billion people that live in this planet, only about 15% understand this human ability. And even a much lesser fraction are able to use it. Now, you see that girl, Rahmat? She belongs to that much lesser fraction. But she doesn't even know it yet.
Interesting.
Rahmat doesn't just have the trait of magical thinking. The events of her life has amplified the ability at an exponential level, to the level that what takes weeks and years for some people's thoughts to create, hers takes only a few hours.
So you mean she actually caused the killings, but she did so only by thinking it? Incredible.
Oh yes, incredible. How much has she suffered over these years? The death of her parents, rejection here and there, betrayal from friends and family, and most importantly, the ongoing strike action that closed their school.
Strike? How?
No one can actually understand the frustration and rejection these youngsters go through. You spend a lot of years seeking admission, and now that you have it, you can't even complete your studies in peace. Pathetic.
It must have been inside my head.
Rahmat, however, has the power to make her thoughts come to life. And powers like that in the wrong hands or the wrong minds is very dangerous. But the most alarming thing is that there are other people out there like her, exceptionally gifted youths who have been beaten down by the situation of the country. And the government isn't doing anything to alleviate their situation.
So I guess we have no case then. Doctor, An explanation like this is not tenderable in court.
It is so, I'm afraid. I mean, she's just a girl. One who has endured more pain than any one of us can imagine.
I now understand everything. You don't have to be afraid anymore, honestly. I forgive you. I forgive you for everything. I forgive you. I forgive you for everything.
Our country is filled with gifted youngsters like Rahmat, who have the capacity to change our world. However, our society is crafted in such a way that younglings like Rahmat are not nurtured to become great people. Many of them have died with the same dreams they were born with. There is an ounce of Rahmat within us all. You don't have to suffer for a lifetime to discover it. It only takes focus and courage. All these are the only things we need in order to change the world. For inside of us all is an empire. Empire yearning to shine.